Hey, what's going on YouTube? Velocity Smith 81 back at it again here with another episode of Random Pack Rebuilds. This episode is going to be episode 7. As you guys remembered, we did have that Steelers rebuild in the last episode, and that team stays. So we're going to see what else we get here. So we do have 5 packs here of Chronicles 2021. As well as 2 packs of Mosaic and 2 packs of Illusions. I also do have the Score Blaster and the Donruss Blaster. So we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel and see what pack we get. And we'll see how it runs for us, guys. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see what we get. The suspense is killing me. Alright, who are we going to get? Mosaic Pack 2. Alright. So we are going to be sticking with Mosaic then. So we got Mosaic 1 and then Mosaic 2. So we're going to go ahead and pull that out there. So we've got 1 pack of Mosaic left. Currently. For this, for our rebuild series. Go ahead and take these blasters out here. Save those for next week. Again, guys, if you like this kind of content, please, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about the series so far. And let's go ahead and rip right in, guys. Again, you guys do know that the first card pulled will be the team that we are rebuilding in our Random Pack Rebuild series here. Now, the only caveat now is if we get the Steelers, we'll go on to the next card. So, because, the Steelers have already been rebuilt now, and they stay in the game. So hopefully we don't get a Steeler up top. But let's go ahead and see what we do get. Oh wow, this pack is like not wanting to open. Is that a good sign? Alright, so here we go. And the team we get is the Jets. Alright, we get the Jets here. So we get Zach Wilson. With the national pride there. Zach Wilson. Michael Thomas. Josh Allen on the Jets. Eat your heart out, Bills fans. It ain't going to be Aaron Rodgers, unless, he's in this pack too. But Josh Allen on the Jets? Come on. Come on. Brandon Cooks. Okay. Zach Wilson again, so then Zach Wilson will get plus 2 now because he's got two in here. Cam Akers, okay. Sky Moore rookie, so that would actually be a plus 4 for Sky Moore. So that's interesting. Same here with the Calvin Austin. So again, all rookies now get plus 3, and then the plus 1 for the base. All right, so our silver is going to be Aaron Jones. Now remember, guys, he's actually on the other team. So because we pulled him again, he would actually get pulled off that team and onto this one. And he would get now the additional plus 2 because he's a vet, and then this is a parallel. So he actually may end up being the starting running back. All right, so next card is going to be a green for the Bears. Green for the Bears, and it is a rookie. That is going to be Jaquan Brisker. So because that is a rookie parallel, this one gets a plus 5. Plus 5 on the Jaquan Brisker. All right, next card is going to be our pink camo, and it's not a rookie, but it is a Bengal in the top left-hand corner there, and it's going to be Joe Mixon. I believe who was also in our pack last week as well. So then he would actually come off that team, come onto this one, and get a plus 2 for his card here. So interesting to have Jones and Mixon. Mixon may actually be the starter. So we'll have to go and check that and see how it happens there. Next one here is going to be for the Saints. Legendary Drew Brees. Okay. So you got legendary Drew Brees along with Josh Allen on the Jets. Okay. Yeah. All right. Drew Brees. coming out of retirement. Next card is a rookie card down there at the bottom left. And it is for the Jaguars. Jaguars rookie. And that is another Trevon. Again, Trevon Walker was on our pack last week. And he got +4 for that card. This one will be a +5 because it is a parallel rookie. So Trevon Walker coming off the Steelers and coming with us. On to the Jets. All right. This is going to get very interesting. All right. Thunder Lane is going to be Alvin Kamara coming over. And then we have a bang here, it looks like, and it's going to be a green for the Broncos. And that is Javonte Williams, who was also in our last pack. So all those players that were in that last pack and on the team on the Steelers are coming with us over to the Jets. So not a bad little bang there for Javon Williams, especially for me, since I PC Broncos, so I do like that card. And then, of course, we do have the Kid Reporter. So, all right, so let's go ahead and go over what we got again one more time. So, again, we got the Javonte Williams Green Bang. We did get the Thunder Lane, Alvin Kamara. The +5, Trevon Walker Rookie. We got Legendary Drew Brees. Joe Mixon on the pink. So that would be a +2. Jaquan Brisker here. That'll be a +5 for him. Again, the Aaron Jones, the Calvin Austin, Sky Moore, Cam Akers, Zach Wilson, Brandon Cooks, Josh Allen, Michael Thomas, and Zach Wilson again. So this is kind of like the Saints pack, right? Because you had Michael Thomas, Drew Brees, and Alvin Kamara all in the same pack. So what do you guys think? You think this team is going to make it to the playoffs? Do you think they're going to win a Super Bowl? What do you guys think? Comment down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think, and let's go ahead and see what they look like in the game.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back here to another episode of Random Pack Rebuilds. This is episode 7. You guys saw the pack. Let's go ahead and get into the roster here. Alright, so as it's loading here, you guys saw that we did get... here we go. Alright, so we did get Legendary Drew Brees. He is going to be our starter here. He is a 99 overall. We do have Josh Allen as well from that pack, 94. And then Zach Wilson up to a 73. Now we do have Aaron Jones starting here at running back at 97. We also have Joe Mixon here backing him up along with Javonte Williams and Alvin Kamara. Garrett Wilson's going to go ahead and be our starter at wide receiver, but we did get Michael Thomas in that pack, as long as also we got Sky Moore, so he'll be our third receiver or slot. We also got Brandon Cooks here, and we also got Calvin Austin III as well. So let's go ahead and look at our defense here. The only one that we did get was Trevon Walker. We got Trevon Walker, and then we also got Jaquan Brisker in here to help out the defense. So you got Brisker on that back end, helping out Sauce over here at an 89, and then I guess Trevon Walker now up to a 94, since he did get that +5 from the +4 from the pack prior, and then +5 from this the pack that we had from this episode. So Trevon Walker is going to be a beast now going forward in this series. So let's go ahead and jump in here to this game. I believe it is here for week 1. Again, we'll watch the first 2 series. It is against the Baltimore Ravens, and then we'll go ahead and sim to the halfway point. Actually, before I do that, though, let me go ahead and see if they actually play the Steelers at all. We might actually go and watch that game as well, just to watch a little bit, since they're also teams that have been rebuilt so far. Let's see. So they do play the Steelers there week 4. So we'll go ahead and jump into that game as well, so we can watch the last 2 teams rebuilt. And we can see how that game goes. But we'll go ahead and jump into the Ravens here. Again, we'll watch the first 2 series, and we'll jump over to that Steelers game. So let's go ahead and jump in here, guys, and see what happens. Again, guys, this is a lot of fun to make. So if you do, like this kind of content, of course, like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below, what you guys like about this series, what's your favorite part, that kind of thing. And of course, always hit that notification bell so you don't ever miss another episode of Random Pack Rebuilds. Again, we're bringing these out every Friday for you guys. Let's go ahead and jump in here, guys, and see how this game rolls out. And again, I hope you guys really like the series.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, here for the start, folks, of another NFL season. We are ready to go. We hope you are. And we'll begin this one, Charles, with a couple of teams hoping to move on from a tough 2021 season. Both the Ravens and the Jets finishing last in their respective divisions this season.
All right, we'll go ahead and jump into the game here. And let's see how, again, we'll watch the first two series and see how it goes.
Greg Zuerlein set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
Another excellent season from Lamar Jackson that was cut short by ankle injury and actually showed just how much he is valued as the leader of the Baltimore Ravens as they went 0-4 down the stretch and missed the playoffs without him. Prior to that, they were 8-5 in a tough AFC North, and he was on his way to his third 1,000-yard season as a runner and career-high marks as a passer.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week. He thinks his offense is stacked. They've spent the entire offseason making adjustments and trying to find another gear. And as this season begins, they believe they've found it. You watch him warm up, everything is crisp, moving with great speed. This is an offense that can't wait to get to the first series of the new year.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. To throw is Breeze. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it.
All right, so they go 3 and out there, and the defense lets the Baltimore Ravens score. So let's go ahead and see what the rest of this game entails here. All right, so 7-0 there. They do go up 14-0 Baltimore. The Jets do finally get a touchdown on the board, but now up 21-7. Can the Jets fight back? Now 24-7, 14-24. Fourth quarter now. The Jets are 27-17 now, and they do fall.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Baltimore, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.
And that is your final score, guys. We do have the Baltimore Ravens over the New York Jets by the score of 27-17. Drew Brees did end the game with 282 yards and a touchdown, while Lamar Jackson had 163 yards and 2 touchdowns. Aaron Jones did end the game, 8 carries, 45 yards. Garrett Wilson had 5 receptions for 41 yards. Michael Thomas, 4 receptions for 59 yards. All right, so what we'll go ahead and do here is sim the next couple games, and then we'll watch the first 2 series of that Steelers game. And we'll do that going forward. If any of the teams do face any of the teams that we've rebuilt along the way, we'll go ahead and watch a little bit of that game to see how the 2 rebuilt super teams are going against each other. So we'll go ahead and advance the week here. Again, the Jets already lose that game. They're going up against the Cleveland Browns here. We'll go and advance there. All right. All right, so they actually do win that game 42-31. So they're now 1-1. Go ahead and advance here. and they do win again, 44-38 against the Bengals. Now here we go against the Steelers. Again, this is the team that we rebuilt from last week. So go ahead and watch the two collide here. That's going to be Drew Brees against Tom Brady from last week. So let's go ahead and jump into this one here. And again, guys, this is real fun to make, so let me know if you guys like this format.
Today,
From Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh,
it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right, we'll go ahead and slow it down here, and we'll go ahead and watch the first two series, guys.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season, still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an
And a
interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 24 carries, 134 yards, and the score, too.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Brady. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw here complete to Kelce. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On second down, here's Debo. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Brady. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Brady now on first down, and it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Samuel. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Another carry for the wide receiver, Samuel. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. That throw by Brady incomplete. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week, 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, now Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. The Jets at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Breeze. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception.
All right, so on that first drive, Dak throws the interception on the fake field goal, and then Breeze throws the interception there to give the ball back to the Steelers. Let's go ahead and jump in here to the end, 0-0. So Pittsburgh does score, 7-0 now, 14-0 now. Jets do finally get a field goal on the board. A little back and forth. They get another field goal. Pittsburgh gets a field goal that's out down with the fourth quarter, and the Jets
So
lose.
this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You just like one
handing
game
out,
ball?
You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You
Yes, I'm
get a
like an only
game
child.
ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Steelers, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
And it is going to be
The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.
All right, so that is going to be your final. Steelers do get over the Jets 17-9. Brady does end with 305 yards and a touchdown, while Breeze has 205 yards and no touchdowns there. Aaron Jones did have 18 carries for 70 yards. Garrett Wilson ends with 5 receptions for 90 yards, and Michael Thomas 4 receptions for 33 yards. All right, so we'll go ahead and get to the mid-season point. We'll see where we're at, and then we'll just go ahead and sim all the way to the playoffs. Jets 2-2, so it doesn't look too promising right now. So we'll have to see if they can make it to the playoffs. Let's go ahead and advance here to mid-season and see how everything looks. Man, Pittsburgh's looking good there at 4-0. But that is something we're going to be doing, guys, going forward. Of course, because these teams all stay. So if they do play each other again in the playoffs, we'll go ahead and watch that again. So the Jets are currently top of the division, 5-2. So looking good currently for the Jets. Let's go ahead and get to the playoffs here. They are up by two wins. So sitting pretty currently. So we'll have to see how it all shakes out here for the playoffs. Hopefully we get another Jets-Steelers game there in the playoffs. That'd be really fun to watch. All right, so looks like here that the Jets are in the wild card. They do end 14-3 atop the AFC East. Let's go ahead and check out the bracket here. They do end up the 1 seed. Steelers come down as the 2 seed. So maybe they'll see each other in the AFC Championship. We'll have to see how that works out. So they do get the bye. Let's go ahead and check out the stats here. For the league, looks like Jones, Burrow, and Wilson round out the top 3 passing leaders. Rushing leaders are going to be Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, and Jonathan Taylor. Your receiving leaders are Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, and Devontae Adams. Sack leaders are Aaron Donald, Nick Bosa, and Von Miller. Interceptions are going to be J.R. Reed Jr., Marlon Humphrey, and Bobby Wagner. And then your top tacklers are going to be Bobby Wagner, Eric Hendricks, and Anthony Hitchens. Let's go ahead and check out the yearly awards here and see how they did. MVP goes to Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Kenny Pickett gets picked up by the Buccaneers in this week. And all right, so he didn't even Breeze didn't even make it to MVP status. Coach of the Year did go to Robert Saleh of us at the Jets. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is going to go to Josh Jacobs of the Raiders. Aaron Jones comes in at number 6. Defensive Player of the Year went to Von Miller of the Bills. Trevon Walker comes in number 5. Quentin Williams comes in number 7. J.R. Reed comes in at number 8. So not bad on the defensive side for the Jets, looks like. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Sky Moore of the Jets. And then second Offensive Rookie of the Year, or number 2, goes to Garrett Wilson. So good for those young men for the Jets. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Trayvon Walker. So we had, again, the Offensive Rookie of the Year and the Defensive Rookie of the Year. So Trayvon Walker does end up getting Defensive Rookie of the Year. Brisker also comes up at number 7. We had him in the pack as well. So best quarterback went to Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguars. Breeze does come in at number 4. Josh Jacobs comes in as the best running back from the Raiders. Jones comes in at number 3. Best wide receiver goes to Stephon Diggs of the Bills. Sky Moore comes in at number 8 for the Jets. Best offensive lineman went to Kevin Zeitler of the Ravens. No Jets in that category. Best defensive lineman, Von Miller for the Bills. Trayvon Walker comes in number 4. Quentin Williams comes in number 5. Best linebacker went to Max Crosby of the Raiders. No Jets in that category. Best defensive back went to J.R. Reed of the Jets there. Best kicker went to Rodrigo Blankenship of the Browns. And Zerline comes in number 10. Look at the team stats. The second best offense in the NFL. And the 18th best defense. So number 2 offense and a top 20 defense. Let's go ahead and look at the stats here. So Breeze ends up with 4,384 yards, 47 touchdowns, and 16 interceptions. 65% completion there. Not bad. Aaron Jones ends with 1,486 yards and 10 touchdowns. Mixon throws in 422 and 7. Javonte Williams has 276 and 9. Receiving, you have 2 1,000-yard receivers. Garrett Wilson comes in with 1,047 and 8. Sky Moore, the offensive rookie of the year, gets 1,003 yards and 15 touchdowns. Conklin, the tight end, does come in with 875 and 9. Michael Thomas, 762 and 3. Aaron Jones, 426 and 5 as well. On the defensive side, your tackling leader is going to go to C.J. Mosley. Reed had 104 and Whitehead had 100. As far as tackles or losses go, Trayvon Walker coming in with 17. Quentin Williams coming in with 17 as well. Sheldon Rankins coming in with 12. Your sack leader is going to go to Trayvon Walker with 18 sacks. Quentin Williams comes in with 14. And then JFM comes in with 8.5. As far as interceptions go, that's your interception leader right there. J.R. Reed Jr. does come away with 7 interceptions, while a slew of other Jets there do go ahead and come in 1 apiece. Let's see if there's any forced fumbles here. Quite a few, actually. Brisker caused 3 forced fumbles. Quentin Williams with 2. Brisker actually recovers 2 of those, along with Whitehead. and no defensive touchdowns. So not bad for the Jets there as far as individuals go. Getting both the defensive and offensive rookie of the years. So let's go ahead and advance here and see who they're going to be playing in the next round. That is going to be the Baltimore Ravens, who we lost to week 1 there. Let's go ahead and look at the bracket and see how that works. So looks like the Steelers did also go ahead. So they are the number 2 down there, going up against Mahomes and the Chiefs. And we're going to have the Ravens here, the 1 seed going against the 5 seed. Can we get the win against the Ravens? Let's go ahead and jump in and see how that all works out, guys. Let's see if this team can actually make it to the Super Bowl or not.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis.
All right, so again, with the playoff games, we're just going to go ahead and just jump to the end. So 0-0. Oh, 3 now. Oh, the Jets do get the first touchdown. Now up 14-6, but Baltimore does respond. 13-14. They now take the lead. 19-14. Third quarter, now fourth quarter, Jets do take the lead, and Baltimore just goes right back into it. Jets do take the lead again, 29-26, and they do end up winning again, going forward.
As we say so long, everybody.
So the Jets do move forward in the playoffs, taking down the Baltimore Ravens here. So we do have a shot at playing the Steelers in the AFC Championship. We'll have to see if they win their game as well.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
All right, and that is your final score. Jets do take down the Ravens 29-26 in the revenge game from Week 1. Drew Brees does end with 234 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Lamar Jackson ends with 279 and 3 touchdowns. Aaron Jones did have 17 carries for 81 yards. Garrett Wilson, 4 receptions for 80. And Michael Thomas, 2 for 18. So, yeah, the Jets are moving on to the AFC Championship. Who are they going to be playing? Let's go ahead and jump in and see. Go in advance here and see who they're going to be going up against. And it is the Pittsburgh Steelers. So the pack-to-pack are going against each other in the AFC Championship here on Random Pack Rebuilds Episode 7. So this one we are going to jump in, and we're going to go ahead and watch the first 2 series again and see how it all shakes out at the end, guys. Again, down in the comments below, let me know if you guys like this new format and how we're running this.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. It's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets.
All right, let's go ahead and see how this all shakes out, guys.
The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Brady. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Jets will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. Steps away to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Breeze. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
All right, so both teams end up going 3 and out. So we'll go ahead and jump back in here, and we'll just go ahead and send to the end of the game here, 0-0. The Jets do get a touchdown. The Pittsburgh Steelers do respond. Jets now up 10-6. Pittsburgh does take the lead. Jets fire right back. Again, Pittsburgh also gets another field goal. They do take the lead now. This is just a back and forth right now. So Pittsburgh does have the lead now, up 36-25, and they do win.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough, because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again, because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, so the Jets do fall in the AFC Championship to the Pittsburgh Steelers by a score of 36-25. Drew Brees does end with 246 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Thomas Brady, 336 yards and 3 touchdowns. Aaron Jones did end the game with 17 carries for 57 yards. Garrett Wilson had 3 receptions for 42, and Michael Thomas had 3 receptions for 29. So that is going to go ahead and do it here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and see who wins the Super Bowl here, just for giggles, because I do know that the Steelers, we're the pack from episode 6. So just to see if they, if they go all the way. So remember, guys, for next week, the Jets and the Steelers are going to be staying in the game here. So they are going to be a problem for, any team going. For any team going forward in the AFC. So let's go ahead and see here. So it is the Steelers and the Washington Commanders in the Super Bowl. And let's go ahead and who wins that game. So the Steelers lose to the Washington Commanders in the Super Bowl. The Commanders do end up winning that game 33-27, and Taylor Heineke is the Super Bowl MVP for the Commanders. Wow, didn't see that one coming. So there we go, guys. Thanks again for, if you guys have lasted this long, please like, comment, and subscribe. Again, hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss another episode. Again, please comment down below how you guys like this new way of doing things. And until next week, guys. Keep the packs ripping. You guys have a good one. Bye.